This month we have a big list of AWS, GCP and Azure events to highlight, as well as going through the major announcements from Microsoft Build Conference. Lots of multi-cloud announcements from Google and an interesting announcement from AWS with a quantum computing service that is faster than the world's fastest supercomputers. Hi, I'm Matt Carolyn and welcome to Puck Online, where we aim to bring you the hot topics for the last month in the public cloud space. Today we're here in the lovely rainy Seattle. Hopefully the rain stays away long enough for us to get this done. Lots of announcements to cover in the next little bit, so let's get into it. So in Google GCP news, don't miss Google's first ever Cloud Sustainability Summit on June 28th this year and learn how business and technology leaders are building for the future and get insights to help you enact sustainable change within your organization. At this digital event, you'll be among the first to find out about products and updates across Google Cloud, Earth Engine, and Google Workspace. And cloud deployed declarative resources, Delivery Pipeline and Target are now available via the Google Cloud Deploy TERRAFORM provider. Anthos on VMware User Cluster Lifecycle from the Google Cloud Console is now in GA. You'll be able to create, delete, update, and see Anthos on VMware user clusters from the Google Cloud Console. Granular instance sizing for Cloud Spanner is now generally available. You can get started for as low as $40 per month and take advantage of the 5 nines of availability and scale as needed without any downtime. And Google Cloud just made it easier to compare the cost of modernization options. If you want to look at lift and shift versus containerization, the latest version of their fit assessment now includes cost guidance on that very thing. And if you're a regular user of GCP, did you notice the Protect tab in the Google Kubernetes engine? Protect for GKE automatically scans, identifies, and suggests fixes for workload configuration risks by comparing your running workload config against industry best practices like the Kubernetes pod security standards. And Google Cloud makes data warehouse migrations even easier with automated SQL translation as part of the BigQuery migration service. And in Amazon AWS news, this month in Las Vegas, we'll see Amazon Remars 2022. The conference takes place June 21st to 24th and is all about the latest innovations in machine learning, automation, robotics, and space. Also next month in July, we'll see the AWS security-focused event, AWS Reinforce, being hosted again in Boston. I think back before COVID, that was the last event I got to sneak in before everything went a bit haywire. So it's great to see these events picking back up again. A MAINFRAME modernization service. This is a new service that helps you modernize your mainframe applications and to deploy them to AWS fully managed runtime environments. The application modernization journey is composed of 4 phases: assessing the situation, mobilizing the project, migrating and modernizing, and operating and optimizing. The mainframe modernization service provides assistance during each phase. And AWS made multiple Amazon AURORA announcements, all for the PostgreSQL compatible edition, including support for the large objects module, zero downtime patching, support for bug fixes of multiple versions, and updates to the PG Logical and the WAL2JSON extensions. There are also multiple announcements related to Amazon SageMaker and Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler, including the ability to split data into train and test sets with a few clicks. Data Wrangler support for model training with Amazon SageMaker Autopilot and the power to export features to Amazon SageMaker Feature Store, new interactive product tours, a sample dataset for Amazon SageMaker Canvas, provisioning and management for ML models with CloudFormation templates, and Amazon SageMaker Experiment support for common chart types. Amazon EMR Serverless allows you to run big data applications using open source frameworks such as Apache Spark and Apache Hive without configuring, managing, and scaling clusters. The new serverless deployment option for Amazon EMR automatically scales resources up and down to provide just the right amount of capacity for your application, and you only pay for what you use. Amazon BRAKET adds support for BOREALIS, the first publicly accessible quantum computer that is claimed to offer quantum advantage. If you're interested in quantum computing, you likely heard of the term quantum advantage. It refers to the technical milestone when quantum computers outperform the world's fastest supercomputers on a well-defined task. Until now, none of the devices claimed to demonstrate quantum advantage have been accessible to the public. The BOREALIS device, a new photonic quantum processing unit, is the first publicly available quantum computer that is claimed to have achieved quantum advantage. Amazon BRAKET, the quantum computing service from AWS, has just added support for it. And in Microsoft Azure news, at the end of May, Microsoft held their annual Build conference. During the event, there was a long list of announcements, so let's get into those. Azure Form Recognizer has new capabilities in preview. Customers can unlock new document processing scenarios such as streamlined patients check-in and vaccine verification with insurance card and vaccine card pre-built models. Additionally, layout capabilities for photographs, headers, and titles enable more precise text extraction. And now generally available, Azure Container Apps enables customers to run microservices and containerized apps on a serverless platform. Azure Container Apps is built on the foundation of powerful open source technology in the Kubernetes ecosystem, and Microsoft has added features to streamline and simplify cloud migration and modernization for companies. These include agent discovery and grouping of dependent Hyper-V virtual machines to ensure all components are included during the migration to Azure. Users can also have more control over the migration window with the pause and resume feature that will let them schedule migration during non-peak periods. And DevBox is a new tool for developers to have more self-service access to high-performance cloud-based workstations pre-configured for specific projects. Microsoft believes it will help accelerate onboarding time and the difficulty of switching between tasks. The DevBox will make it easier for developer teams to spin up app infrastructure with project-based templates that establish consistency and best practices. Further, it will centralize management and governance so developers can focus on coding and maximize security, compliance, and cost efficiencies. And Microsoft Intelligent Data Platform is a new integrated platform to unify databases, analytics, and governance. It will allow customers to pivot between data areas and eliminate the need to string together products from multiple vendors. The platform addresses the challenges of market fragmentation and empowers customers to capture data more efficiently. Microsoft PURVIEW Data Estate Insights will allow users to get a bird's-eye view of their data estate's health and governance program adoption. Data Estates Insights empowers the Office of the Chief Data Officer by giving an overall summary of the data estate. Users can spot and close gaps in a few clicks. This update will be generally available in July. And to reduce the burden of managing across systems, Microsoft and DYNATRACE have come together to build a natively integrated experience in Azure, namely DYNATRACE for Azure. Through this integrated experience, customers will be able to create a DYNATRACE environment through the Azure portal, forward Azure activity without having to set up event hubs or functions, install one agent onto VMs and app services, and use single sign-on to DYNATRACE portal, while all being billed through the Azure Marketplace. So in wrap-up, make sure you check out publiccloud.ninja for links to all our podcasts, and online meetups and events. And click the like and subscribe button so that you get notified each month when we release a new episode. Our next episode will be in July. Till then, stay safe and keep challenging yourself.